a hermitage name in English and Ango in Japanese. And this also received when I became certified instructor in our school. As I received the introduction, our school is called Enshuryu. It's founded by Kobori Enshu in the early Edo period. And actually yesterday I was in Tokyo for a tea gathering that was held by the Ministry of Education and Culture, and we had about 20 to 22 foreign guests in relation to the 2020 Olympics. There's a lot of different events going on currently in Kyoto, in Tokyo as well, for the people for the 2020 Olympics. And at the Tokyo, the Kokuritsu Hakubutsukan, there are several tea hermitages in the back of the garden. And one of those tea hermitages was designed by Kobori Enshu. And that is where we held a tea gathering for those people. So who am I? I received a brief introduction that I graduated in Leuven. I studied Japanology first, and that is about almost 10 years ago. I studied, mostly I focused on culture, history, literature, of course, Japanese language as well. And during my period in, the bud and the top 2 or 3 leaves that we pick before we start manufacturing the tea actually. And this needle is the result of the twig that is in the center of that one bud we pick. And the leaves rolled around it. So when you would put this in a teapot and soak it in hot water, it will come to unroll, and you get its original shape back. Now this to indicate the difference in some of the teas. I'll have a few different teas lined up now. This is a Fukamushi sencha, and as the name in Japanese says already, the steaming before processing it into sencha, the steaming is longer than a regular sencha. And there's also something called asamushi sencha, which is shorter. And by steaming the tea longer, it will become more vulnerable. And if you knead it in the different stages, as I indicated earlier, it will become broken up eventually. So the needle shapes will be less recognizable in this type of tea. And you see there will be more powder and broken off pieces. So this is a Fukamushi sencha. This is about rusty or rustic, but it has to be beautiful as well. So it just doesn't only have to be simple and to look broken, but it also has to have something that springs into the eye, something that catches your attention to it. And that is where the idea of kirei sabi comes from. And that is, I think, the major difference between the Enshu school and other schools. And that is then portrayed in the utensils we prefer being very, for example, we use stoneware which has no painting on it, no writing on it, just very simple, robust stone that just look like a bulk of clay if you look from it at a distance. But if you look at it closely, you'll be able to see the different parts and the beauty of the utensil. So there's nothing springy, or there's no flower patterns or gold inscriptions, or it's very simple, but it's very detailed and very calm. In Japanese, we would say the utensils are very shui.
作る工程がね。いいですか？ね、お願いします。はい。
先生入れましょうか。
藪の内はどちらで？
私は違う裏です。
京都ですよね。藪の内も京都駅周辺に多く密集されている。
ここでやってるんです。